Hello friends, so we are back with another video and we're going to be doing more backgrounds, and so I just want to show you some of the techniques that I use, and just also keep in mind that even though I've collected a lot of this stuff over years, I'm talking like 5 years or more of collecting different things when I go out and about and I see different kind of art supplies, because I am an art supply junkie. So anytime I see something, I'm like, ooh, I wonder what I could do with that. So there's been a collection going on for quite a bit. But I wanted to show you some of the different techniques that you can use for adding different backgrounds. So a lot of it's art supplies, but I also wanted to show you a couple other things before we get started. And you know what? Oh, I did grab a new glue stick. Okay, I was like, don't tell me I did not grab a glue stick before getting on. So, okay. So, here we go. So basically I was just going to kind of show you guys, I've been kind of playing around with some of my stuff before I got on the, on camera. And look at the sparkles in that one. I can't wait to show you guys. The purple one. I don't know if you can see it, but, I guess first let me start off with non-wet, I guess non-water related things that need to dry method. So I talked about having napkins. I love using napkins in my journals. I wish I had a whole napkin, but you know what, we're going to use half of this one. And napkins are a really inexpensive tool to use because you can find them everywhere for pretty inexpensive. The only thing is you end up with quite a bit, but they work great to send like in Happy Mail too, you know. So I have a dear friend, Tammy, that she sends me napkins periodically, and it's so fun because then it's like I have all these little napkins to use and I don't have to go buy the big, you know, bulky thing. But a lot of times I'll include them in my ephemera kits too, you know, so that is helpful. So basically what I do is I tear it off to where it has the last ply, because I have glued where I haven't done this, and then of course the napkin, the prettiness comes off, and you don't, and it like, oh, you're like, oh, it's peeling off my notebook, my journal. So this is the Halloween one we're working in. My pages are crinkly. I have a pumpkin here, which we talked about this last time. This is the watercolor pumpkin. Oh, let's see if it, I don't remember what we used, but this is a little bit of a chalky base on this one. These are not so much. But again, I guess we're going to be covering that up. So, but I'm going to come in here and finish this up when I show you guys some other paint that I like to use. And actually, you could also do markers. So, but let's get a new page here. And I'm just going to actually, this is all it is. But what I love about a napkin is it just has a nice texture. It creates like, almost gives you like a material type feel in your, a softness in your journal. And so that is one of the reasons I love to use napkin. I don't know if this is going to be, I think it's going to be too big, but we'll add glue all the way to the edges and see, and just have to trim off what we don't use. Oop. I'm going to kind of put, oh, I see I ripped it a little bit. Not a problem. Yeah, it is something you do have to baby a little bit so you don't rip it. Pat it. Oops. And the glue gets stuck to your hands. So I guess even though I said let's start with something that's not going to need allowed dryness, this might need allowed dryness. Now you see it's crinkled. It is crinkled, but I am okay with that because you know why? For one, we're junk journaling, and for two, it's going to be covered up with some things. It's creating background. So Ta-da. Let's add a little bit more glue over here. The other thing that if you notice, if you start adding different things to your journals and you're going back through them and you're like, oh, it's not sticking, put some more glue on it. It never hurts to just, because that's kind of what happens with me a lot too, is, you know, when you're making the pages, you're doing your best to make sure everything adheres, but you may have to come back in and like fix it up a little bit. Okay, so we got that down. Well, let's continue working on this page. So the other thing I like to do is tissue paper. And I was at, where was I at this weekend? This is American Greetings, so you're going to have that at a lot of different stores. But I think this was at Target. They had some great stickers at Target, you guys. Great stickers. They had like these Halloween countdown stickers, which I thought were really cute. Me and my daughter got some. And they come with quite a few, let me go get those real quick. Okay. They come with quite a few styles, quite a few pages, so you can share with friends, or like if you have Happy Mail. But they have these, I want to glare on, these, which are like, they're all little stickers that come out. I love the Hearst. Funny story, my dad used to want a Hearst, which I remember my mom going, oh my gosh, we don't want a Hearst. And now it's like, that's very interesting that my dad wanted a Hearst. Oh, okay, so this is the countdown. So this is one page, but it says, Halloween is lit, your unbelievable. It's difficult to say. But like 30 more days, 4 weeks away, bone to be wild. So there's individual stickers, and then there's like countdown stickers. So I'm going to play around with these and see. You know, and that would be really fun. I guess what's cool about this, if you have a planner, you could put it in your planner, because I'm thinking that too. But then you can also do it in your journal. So, and then here's your 16 Happy Halloween. I guess 3 more days to get ready. Okay, maybe this starts the countdown. Yes, okay, I'm with you. Okay. So you would start this on, the first would actually be 31. Halloween is lit, so you're ready for Halloween. 30 more days would be the 30th. 4 weeks away. Oh, there's 29. It's a cute little kitty cat. 4 weeks away is 28. Okay, I'm following you. 25 is 25 more days. Very clever. So yeah, so that's really actually fun. Let's see how much this was. This was $5. So I'm just trying to, and it has, like they said, there's 4 sets of stickers, and you get 3 each in there. So you could share with 2 friends and keep one, or keep them all. You know, but I thought this was such a cute idea. I love that idea. And then I bought these little stickers because I'm actually doing a planner meetup in October, and so I'm going to do those as like little giveaways. And then, of course, you know, I love my Snoopy, so I had to get me some little Snoopy stickers. And then this is what my daughter picked for her. They have like some ghosts, some little skeletons and cats and pumpkins and Dracula and witches, and then some candy. So I guess I'll be getting 10 full sheets. Wow, that's pretty good for $3.99. That's a really good deal. So American Greetings did a good job this year of like coming out with different kind of stickers. I was like impressed. Okay, so this is fun too, you guys. This is another way of adding. Let's like put that aside. Kind of got a hot mess going on here. Let me get rid of some of this clutter. I had all this stuff out because I have like all this stuff I want to show you guys. But it's making my place setting unworkable here. Yes, we will be using baby wipes. Okay. goal today, you guys, is clean my space. I'm just creative people. It's hard to keep clean. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying, right? Just saying. My friend Paula G says that all the time. So it is hard to keep it clean. Okay, so I'm just going to do a massive glue down here of covering this whole entire page. Now you may be asking me, well, how am I going to journal on that? Well, that's a whole different, this is just kind of adding backgrounds, and what I do when I do stuff like this, and I'll show you guys in just a minute. And actually I should have cut this in half so it wouldn't be such a massive thing to work with. But again, we're just adding the background. And I'm using my handy dandy roller tool. You don't have to use it. You could use your hands and rub it like this too. But I'm just going to run this. Now, what I probably am going to do once this all dries, because I can still feel the napkin is moist, is I'm going to, look how cute that is. That is so adorable. I'm going to add washi down that center stripe. Look how easy this is to cut too. I'm just going to cut this all the way across. Okay. And then, it's good to put things back. And then I'm going to kind of find out where that, because it's not really going to stick to that washi, I don't think. Or I really don't want it to, or it doesn't have to. I am creating like, just covering that, the white background. Ta-da! And then we can always come through. Oh, it is kind of already sticky. Just seal that back down. Now, like you said, there is the, like, okay, well, what do? We want to, like, add some journaling. We want to add some pictures. What I would do in this instant is I would get some sort of, what's really fun is if you have, this is not Halloween themed at all, but if you had, like, some of these little, you know, notepads that, you know, you put on your refrigerator for making notes and whatnot. And then I also use these kind of things. Notepads. I know a lot of people sell those, and I even think, oh, like even if this I got at Dollar Tree. But I like to have these little kind of notebooks handy. You could tear it out, tear a page out, and that's fun to keep on there too, you guys. It gives it kind of a edgy look, because actually even for Halloween it would be fun to keep that kind of edge on there. But you could add this, right? And then add your decor, keeping the background part of it, you know, add a picture or whatever. But then you have your place to write. So that's kind of what I do when I, even using those pages we ripped out of our journal, you know, you could cut those up and use those as background. That's why I always say keep your paper, because it'll definitely come in handy. And see, like even here, you could create that and have space over your napkin, because we're just adding some background to our pages. Okay, so let's, still working on this page. I'm going to talk about some other different mediums that I like to use. So unfortunately, these are not made anymore. But I know you can still find them. My sweet friend Mandy with Pink Crafty Cottage, she sent me all of these, which I thought was super sweet. They are called Distress Stain by Tim Holtz. But I think if you're lucky, you could still kind of find them here and there. But I don't think that they make them anymore. But I think you can actually, I've seen where people buy like little, the same kind of concept of like having the little spongy thing on the end and putting this other thing I'm going to show you here in just a second. So I'm just going to add that. I know it's kind of like, it's kind of ugly. Sorry. But to me it's kind of not that pretty. But I'm going to be covering that up. So, but they also have these sprays, which again, they're expensive. I'm not saying go and buy these, because to be honest, I don't use these as often as I should, because they do create quite a, you have to have a space, like I'll show you an example. Let me get my paper towels. So, to me, especially if you're like, I work at my kitchen table quite a bit, and I have messed up, don't tell anybody, but I have messed up my kitchen table. So it's good to have a surface down. So with these, and again, I'm not a big fan of the oxide. I feel like it's chalky, but I did play around with it on here. And if I keep it at a distance, let's do this darker yellow. If I keep it at a distance, it really seems to be better. But if you do the distance, then you deal with overspray. But let's spray, shall we? Ooh, that's fun though. Look how it kind of like adds a little something to the page. And that's what I was thinking too. You know, if you had like a brown or something, or you know, like this kind of ink, then you could really, it could really look, especially now that we're doing the Halloween, or if you're more of a different, not so bright, using those kind of inks to kind of add color, overspray to the. But as you can see, I used to use this all the time though when I did canvases and stuff. I absolutely loved it. Let's see if we can pat it dry just a little bit. See, it's not too, oops, it's got to dry, but to me it's still kind of got this chalky base. But we're gonna let that dry. Okay, so that is that. You've got the sprays you can use. Again, it's not I mean, unless you're really, this is to me is like really doing some mixed media. It's not necessarily you have to do. So let's grade. This is more, now these are dilutions. This is more what I've used to using, and it does not keep, like, to me. And again, I'm questioning if I'm doing this right. So if you guys know something about the Distress Oxide that I'm not knowing, and I guess I could go watch some videos on this. Oh, I'm just reading it. Then you, there may be a different technique to it. But with this one, I use this quite a bit, but this is very pigmented. And let's just spray. And it's not spraying. Okay. That's the other thing. I remember kind of having issues with that. So you can buy different spray bottles. Because I used to buy inks and stuff all the time. But see how fun that is? It is fun to use all the different things, but so that's kind of, you see the yellow. But see how you just, look at the page, it's like so diverse. It has all the different things. And now your page is set to document. So we're going to put this journal aside since we've got it all, need some drying time. But these would be things that I would do like in the evening, you know, I'm tired, I'm about to go to bed. Oh, let me just put some, let me just add some pages to my journal, you know. Let me add some backgrounds to my journal. Okay, so I was playing with mine last night. Idea, you guys, if you buy some fun little things, we bought a Scrub Daddy. I've never owned one. But my daughter was like, we have to get this. So we did get it. This is our adventure on Friday. We had a football game. I need to print out some stuff that goes with her. My daughter plays the tuba in the band, and I need to go and get some, cut out some school things and put in there, you know, like for her school, like the name of the school and stuff like that. Okay, so here we are with a blank, beautiful blank piece of journal. We're tired. Okay, let's pretend. Okay, this might be a little weird, but we're tired. We're ready to go to bed. But, you know, let me add some pages. Because to me, I love just doing a little bit of things in my journal every night. You know, it kind of, for one, it preps your pages and you're not overly feeling like, oh my gosh, I have a whole journal full of blank pages. You're working in it already. So, I talked about these daubers. Got the idea from Never Hopeless Elizabeth on, I'll mention her below. She uses these in her journal all the time. I do too. So, and literally you can daub them like you would in a journal, like you're doing your bingo games, or you can add color. And I think this is a great substitute for if you can't find these. The only thing is they are I don't think they would come in browns and stuff. They're very primary colors or very bright reds, orange, purple, greens. So those I haven't actually, to be honest, I haven't even looked if they came in something else, but they're really fun to combine if you ask me. I love pink and green anyway together. Look how whimsical that is. And you can add a yellow here and there. See, it's so fun. So definitely inexpensive way to add backgrounds to, and I'll leave a link below where you can get these on Amazon, and I'll leave a link to Never Hopeless Elizabeth that gave me the idea, because they really do work. And I have a bucket and they're gonna last you a while. Look how much ink is in them. So that is an idea, and I left this open because we're going to be playing a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to shut my glue stick down. Okay, so the next background that I was thinking, and I'm gonna do this one that with the baby wipes for last. Actually, you could do them with these as well. I don't know if you guys have seen these. But they used to, like, they came out of the clear blue sky, if you ask me. They could have been around for a long time, but all of a sudden I started seeing these, like, at this brand King Art. I see it a lot now, like, where did I see? Tuesday Morning, I think. And they're inexpensive. They're all the colors. Look how beautiful they are. And they are just pretty. So we've already messed with pink, I know. Let it go. Let's not do pink again. Oh, and there's even a sparkle one in there, I see. Okay, so this is wet, and I'll talk about these in just a minute. So these, and you can add them, they're almost like a waxy, right? So you would think, okay, yes, if these are waxy, they're gel sticks, they're artist mixed medium gel sticks. You're not going to be able to write on them. That's the downfall if you do it directly like that. But I think, where's my napkin? If you add water, you can kind of create it into like a paint base, which thins out that. Oops. Let's add a little bit more. And then it creates more of like a watercolor background. And it allows you to use that. It loses that waxy feel. So you're able to color on it. So these, again, like I said, they might have been around forever and I just never saw them. But they seem to be, let's try this sparkle one. They seem to be, oh, here, I made a, good grief. I don't know, I've debated about putting them all in a bin because I'm more of a bin person than keeping them in their original thing. Oh, I did do maybe it's in here. I did do like a little color wheel. Oh yeah, to show what the different colors look like. So this is more like a sparkle. Let's see. You know, we gotta have our sparkles. Oh, that moves very well across the page. So this could be another way to add some background. And playing with art supplies, which is fun. But so I do have these. I don't pull these out quite as often as I should. I might leave them out. Like I said, I may put them in a bin or so. Well, then you can't see all the colors. We'll see. Okay, this one my older sister loves. We pick these up. We get together all the time and have creative days. And we try to like stay the night. And so, because we need to have fun. We have the best time. These are actually, you can find them at Dollar General, and they're in their art section. And these, you guys, are, talk about sparkle. I'm trying to think, what did I use it on here? That might have been the purple I used. Let's try the pink. Same concept. You just kind of scrub it in. And again, you don't have to use water. You could just do it directly on the page. But yeah, let me see if I can show you guys some sparkle. Ooh, I'm losing my things. Losing my things. I hope to play today. Let's see if you can see the sparkles. There are some sparkles on that page. But like, say for instance, you're like, well, I don't want to add water. You can definitely do, like, say for instance, if you have like this rose here, you can color it in. Or do some outlines in it. And this is kind of just adding, again, a little bit of color. If you want to fill in, like, say you have done everything on your page and you have filled it all in, but you just need to add a little bit of like color to a section, these are really great. And just use your finger and smear it in and have fun. Okay, so those are a couple things that I like to use on my backgrounds again. And one other, okay, so let's see here. One other thing. Oh yeah, the wipes. We're going to do that last. Well, you have these. These are your regular Crayola markers. Let's get a piece of paper. Okay. And I think these are also water soluble. So let's just color that in. Let's do a test. I see it still kind of use, you can see the lines. I was curious if those were water soluble. Now I know the Tombow, this is what I use. And what was so cool about these is that, well, they leave that line too. Maybe if you did bigger space or something. Let's try that out. Eh. I don't know if I would use this as to cover a large section. I mean, you could, I guess, but it leaves those line marks for me. But what I do use with my Tombow is, like, say for instance, if you come in here and you add, let's find us some fall. I know it doesn't really go with this, does it? Where are we at? This is, so this would be, going to add this. I know, to me, I'm not particular about that. Pink and blue does not go with fall at all, but because you got to remember too, I am a, I guess you could say a maximalist. I hate putting labels on things, but I like all the things, so I would come in here and fill my page up. You know, there's, and if you guys follow me, you saw me make this page too, because what I'm going to show you is part of that, what I did in that page. So say for instance you have that, you have your date. I'm going to try to find my little, well, let's come in here and use, oh, here's those napkins my friend just recently sent me. Aren't those cute? I'm going to use them on my son's birthday page. Where's that little sheet of paper we were playing with? So I'm going to add, look, these dots are already dry, you guys. That is one thing about those daubers, is they dry fast. I guess they have to, right? You're playing bingo, you gotta be on the move and not worry about you know, getting ink on you. So I'm going to come in here, and what I do with my markers, and this could work for either your Tombow or your regular Crayola markers, is I like to cover my lines up. And a lot of times if you're telling different stories, like say you have a story about you went to the grocery store, and then, oh, I went over and we played games tonight. So you could like come in here with your different color, you know, to kind of break up the stories. And it also just adds like some fun colors to the page. And then, like, say for, oh yeah, but I decorated for a fall, which was so much fun, which you guys, I'm in the process of doing that. So you come in here with brown and you talk about you decorating for fall. And this is a great opportunity too to, you know, show some of your decorations. And I hope to show you guys some examples of what I would prefer to as the actual journaling. You know, what do you journal about? What, because, you know, a lot of times I hear, oh, it's mundane, you know, and nothing exciting, or, but there's always something. I mean, always something. So what else is this? Oh, so, okay, so those are another idea of adding backgrounds, is coming in, and I'm a big dot person. I'm a filler. My fillers are dots. Like that. So, now your pages, you've had fun. You know, now you're ready to go to bed. We're going back to pretending like we're going to bed. But you've had fun. You've gotten to use some of your art supplies. And to me, journaling is so relaxing. Okay, so last but definitely not least is this other idea. And this one, you guys, I don't have a lot left. I do use them quite a bit. They're fairly pricey, so I don't know. I'm on the fence if I find my other journal. Let's see, how are we on this one? Can we play in this one? Yeah, this one's dry. I'm on the fence if I would maybe buy some more of these. I did pull them out for this. Oh, here we go. And I use them a lot when I do my canvases, so that's why I'm like, I'm not saying I'm never going to buy them again. But the gelatos, I don't know if you guys have heard of from them. I used to be able to go to this great art store, Jerry's Artorama, and I went to the kids section, you guys, and I found all the all the regular colors. Nothing real fancy like these right here. This was another set. I think someone might have gave those to me. But they had these. These are part of the kids section, and I went back over there. Of course, you gotta think this was like years ago. I went back over there and they didn't have them. So I was really kind of sad. Because to buy these, they're pretty pricey. I mean, for what I do in journaling. Maybe if I went back to really doing my canvases, there's my pink that I've used. But let's play around with some, shall we? Let's do red. And let's do some fall colors. So, and these again are just a quick and simple way to add backgrounds. Color in. But I have had them in my inbox. I've had them in my cart on Amazon to buy the whole set many times, and I just have not done it because it's like, well, I have watercolors. I have so much other art supplies that I can use. And you get a baby wipe. Baby wipes are good to have anyway on your desk. Look, from me playing. They're always good to have just for wiping your hands down. But, so what I do is I just come in here. Look, ooh, it's like magic. So I can see how, oops. I can see how I would Look how beautiful it blends. So yeah, you see how I could see where I would want them again. Let's add a little bit more on this other page. We're just going to go completely across. What is this color? I'm going to see. They have black, which I know this is a Halloween. Black licorice. I don't know. I'll add a little bit. I don't know if I really want dark black on the background, but it is Halloweeny. Halloweeny. Tie this page together. Do my orange. And then add a touch of red on this side too. Okay. So I'm going to get a new white. Now, one of the things that I've noticed too, this is one that I guess you could, sometimes I have a hard time writing on them. Sometimes. I think if you blend them enough, they don't, yeah, I'm not a big fan of putting black in my journal. But for the sake of Halloween. And again, as you mix it up, especially when you get to the black, I wouldn't want to mix it with any other colors. Actually, taking it and running it like an edging, that's pretty cool. Taking it to like a different, it's not just a smudge, you know, it's kind of like, creates like a spooky kind of edging. That's kind of cool. Alright, so that is gelatos. Sometimes when you say it, you're like, oh, are we having ice cream? You know, the Italian. Anyway, Italian ice cream. I think I said it one time and someone was like, oh. So we can come in and add some spray action. Ooh, that, look how nice that is. That toned that red, black down just a tad. We'll have to let that dry. Alright, you guys, that is some more backgrounds that we can use, and I think that will conclude my background ideas that I use, that I thought, you know, maybe there's something that triggers a happiness of, ooh, I would love to do that too. Again, I'm not suggesting to go purchase anything. It's just there are so many things out there, and I'm sure you could go to and you know, one of my other things I like to use, okay, not done yet, but I'm thinking more along the lines of like on a budget too, is confetti crayons. It's something about using crayons. I love it. Crayons, and I have these really cool, which I don't know if they're in here. I think they're on my cart in the, I think they're on my other cart in the, where I sit at the kitchen. But they're like the interchangeable crayon, pencils. I love using those in my journal. And you can use your color pencils, but like, I love using just old school supplies. Yeah, it's wet, it's not gonna get on there. So don't be afraid to go down the, especially now, I don't know, we're kind of on the edge, but of getting school supplies and using it in your journals, because it's so fun, and I think it makes you feel like playing, and I love that. I love to invite my inner child to come journal with me. No rules, you guys, just play. So, alright, so don't be afraid to use anything like that also. And again, play, just find your happiness. Oh, color of kindness. Yeah, I love crayons. Crayons are my thing. So, alright, you guys. Well, y'all have fun creating. I hope you got some great ideas. and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.